Improving shift feel and reducing shift throw is normally at the top of the list and one of the first mods any manual transmission Mustang owner makes. This is especially true for 05 to 10 Mustangs with a manual transmission, particularly GTs. Today we're going to be installing the Hurst Billet Plus shifter, which gets its name from its sturdy billet aluminum construction. It's also fitted with good polyurethane bushings to get rid of some of that slop, reduces shifter throw, and even though the Tremec 3650 5-speed transmissions that were installed in 05 to 10 Mustangs had internal shift stops, on the Billet Plus shifter, Hurst went a little bit further and added external shift stops for just that added little bit of protection. The Hurst Billet Plus shifter includes the shifter assembly, the signature Hurst white knob and chrome shifter handle, comes with new shifter handle attaching hardware, neoprene shifter handle insulators, and a new shift boot grommet and a tie strap to hold it into place. Also in the box are a detailed set of instructions and a couple of Hurst logo stickers for your toolbox, refrigerator, windows, wherever you want to stick them. As always, installation of your new parts begins with the removal of the old. Remove the old shifter knob by unscrewing it counterclockwise. Pop the shifter boot up out of place, and then remove the shifter boot from the shifter handle. Remove the rubber dust boot from the shift stick by pulling it up and out of the floor pan and sliding it over the shift handle. Lift the car, grab you a 13mm wrench, and remove the hex nut that holds the linkage rod to the shifter. Keep this nut handy, you will reuse it. Remove the linkage rod out of the stock shifter, grab you a 10mm wrench and remove the forward bolt that attaches the stock shifter to the side of the transmission. Then grab you a ratchet, a long extension, and a 10mm socket and remove the two hex nuts that support the rear of the shifter. Remove the metal bracket from the rear rubber isolator, set it aside because you will reuse it on your new shifter. Lower the shifter down, move it slightly forward to where you can get the back side of the stock shifter up through the hole in the transmission tunnel. Then remove the shifter from the inside the car. On the workbench, remove the two metal flanged sleeves from the front of the stock shifter and install them in your new Hurst shifter. Then remove the two plastic bushings from the bottom of the shifter handle head and install them in the new Hurst shifter. Install your new Hurst shifter from inside the vehicle, slide it on down into position, crawl underneath, and loosely install the front bolt that holds the shifter to the transmission case. Slide the metal bracket you removed earlier over the rear bushing, hold the shifter up into place, and install the two 10mm nuts. Go ahead and tighten those down, install your shifter linkage rod, the retaining hex nut, and tighten it down. Then go ahead and tighten the forward bolt. Go ahead and crawl back in the car and let's adjust those shifter stops. Slide the shifter into 4th gear, run the shifter stop all the way up to where it touches the lower handle, back it off slightly, grab you a 3/16 Allen head and a 14mm open-end wrench, and then tighten down the lock nut. Slide the shifter into 3rd gear and repeat the same process on the forward shifter stop. With your two attaching bolts and star washers, grab your chrome shifter handle. Hurst supplies two neoprene insulator pads to go in between the shifter handle and the shifter base. You can use none, one, or both. We elected to use one to help dampen some of the noise coming from the transmission. Lower your handle into place and use a 7/32 Allen head to tighten the two attaching bolts. Slide your lower rubber shifter boot into place, making sure that the wide lower lip goes down underneath the transmission tunnel and seats properly. Grab your new boot rubber insulator, slide it over the chrome shifter handle. Grab your shifter boot, snap it down into place, and roll the top over the new rubber insulator. Take your shifter knob jam nut, screw it all the way down onto the shifter handle, then screw your shifter knob into place. You do not have to tighten your shifter knob down all the way because, guess what? The shifter pattern is going to be off. So back it up slightly to where the shifter pattern is exactly where you want it. Then take you a 9/16 wrench and tighten up the lock nut. This will hold the shifter knob in place. Man, that feels a whole lot better. And the beautiful part is, these same general steps apply to most aftermarket shifters. So for more 05 up Mustang drivetrain parts and videos, check out latemodelrestoration.com.